Hey there, Scott Johnson here, and welcome back to another video. So today we're going to be checking out a new music video from Tom MacDonald. This one is called Brainwashed. It's Friday, the world has been waiting for him to release a new music video, and it is finally here. I saw him on social media talking about how this one is going to make a lot of people mad, and I'm very curious to see what he means by that exactly. So by the title Brainwashed, I can imagine a multitude of things that he's already going to talk about. I think it's going to be a lot of controversial topics, a lot of relevant topics going on lately. And let's check it out. Here we go.
Half the country fell asleep, but they scream woke. We're distracted by vaccines and TV shows. Politics, celebrity gossip, popular neat quotes. Black lives, white lives, which lives mean most? We only dedicate one day to remember our fallen soldiers, the men and women who died young. But if you come out the closet as Caitlyn Jenner, you're a hero and you get a whole Pride Month. The most dangerous pandemic's propaganda from these clowns. Only masses gonna save us is duct tape on their mouths. Don't speak. We don't need to defarm police, need to defarm the media who lies through their teeth like
Yeah.
farmer doesn't cure you, dog, cause every patient that gets cured is a customer lost. The big oil runs the world, the only wars to get fought are with the countries who have natural resources they want. Heard him claiming if a white man braids his hair and likes rap, he's appropriating culture. But if a white man acts too white, he's white trash, he's a racist, he's a bigot, he's a monster. Let's just have the conversation. Not every liberal.
All right. So just from what we've heard already, I think that he makes a lot of great points. I think that what he's doing in this video is he's really calling out the contradictions. He makes a lot of great points about our culture specifically. I think that the cultural appropriation thing is definitely a hot button issue right now. But for me personally, I don't think that it should be exactly policed so extremely. I think that cultures should be given the freedom to explore each other's cultures and to sort of integrate into one another if it's in a way of showing appreciation and admiration of the culture. Let's jump back.
But if a white man acts too white, he's white trash, he's a racist, he's a bigot, he's a monster. Let's just have the conversation. Not every liberal is dumb, not all Republicans are racist. The government wants everybody fighting with their neighbors because they know that if we get along, we'll probably go against them. They can't stop us, cause we're ready to fight. Try to brainwash us, but we won't let freedom die. The whole world's brainwashed. Everybody pick a team, start a riot in the street. The whole world's brainwashed. It's us against them, it ain't you against me. How did monkeys become people and people turned into sheep?
All right. So I really like the chorus. I really think that it sort of sums up what he's trying to say. He's trying to say that these differences and these conflicts that are being created and sort of developed between us, they're really just material and they're very trivial. I think that we all deserve to voice our opinion on different things, even if it doesn't certainly align with the opinions of others. But that's where the discourse comes in. I think that we need that discourse. We need that conversation. It's just a matter of expression with getting along with each other. And in the sort of melting pot that we have here in America, I think that it is a big amalgam of a mash of different things all at once. This is a brand new experiment. We've never had or never reached such a level of diversity, inclusion, as well as self-expression, communication, the technology that we have these days. I think that this is definitely unexplored territory and we're just trying to find our way. We're just trying to find our way to communicate to each other, to express ourselves how we feel. And I think that things like the mainstream media really do contribute to a lot of misinformation. But there's just so many channels and just so many perspectives that you can't just overgeneralize. You can't just throw a blanket over one sort of topic and to give one answer over everything. There's nuance. There's two sides to every story. And I think that both sides are important and they're relevant and they need to be heard. So Where we meet in the middle, that's to be decided. That's to be sort of hashed out.
They put fluoride in the water that's keeping us all asleep. Claim they want what's best for us, I find it hard to believe. Cause they've been selling us cigarettes since we was 18. Fake news, fake woke, distracting divide. You're either right or you're left, or you're black or you're white. Big tech don't need a microchip to hack in your life. Cause the phone inside your pocket is a tracking device.
Yep, that's true. I used to be very much a skeptic about tracking and using my location, but there's just so many ways we are being tracked. There's just so many ways that we don't really have freedoms. As citizens, we have these expectations, like with our social security number and with taxes and just so many different things. We lack a lot of freedom that we actually deserve as just human beings of this earth.
I don't know what I'm more sick of, rappers or Joe Biden looking like he ate 100 Xanax for dinner. Cause censoring the president and kicking him off Twitter is a bigger threat to freedom than foreign ballistic missiles. You don't trust the police or the government, but you want people giving up the right to own a firearm. Why would you be comfortable if police and the government the only people on the planet with the right to buy a gun? White privilege getting amplified to reinforce division. It convinces white people that they're favored by their skin, and black people getting angry because they're told they're treated different. So the conflict is between us and never with the system. Let's just have the conversation.
Yeah. Yes. I think there's so much that's said in the media these days to actually amplify the racially charged conversation. And I don't think it's helpful to cast these aspersions on one group or another, to consider them as like unredeemable or unforgivable for characteristics that are immutable. Nobody decides the color of their skin, and the media, I think, does a terrible job of sort of distracting away from those judgments. I think what they do is they add fuel to the fire. I think this hyperfixation on gender and race, it's not helpful at all.
Not every liberal is dumb, not all Republicans are racist. The government wants everybody fighting with their neighbors because they know that if we get along, we'll probably go against them. They can't stop us, cause we're ready to fight, trying to brainwash us. But we won't let freedom die, the whole world's brainwashed. Everybody pick a team, start a riot in the street. The whole world's brainwashed. It's not against them, but ain't you against me. Step 1, train the people only to consume. Step 2, infiltrate adults with the news. Step 3, indoctrinate the children through the schools and the music and the apps on the phones that they use. Step 4, separate the right from the left. Step 5, separate the white from the black. Step 6, separate the rich from the poor. Use religion and equality to separate them more. Step 7, fabricate a problem, made a lie. Step 8, put it on the news every night. Step 9, when people start to fight and divide, take control. This is called situational design. They can't stop us.
Yes.
Cause we're ready to.
I love that. I love how he outlined that. And to the critics that insist that there's no way the mainstream media or there's no way that the government could do this. And people would say that those who believe this are sort of conspiracy theorists who just want to drum up a bit of chaos and hysteria. But I think that there's a point to it. I think that there is a point to saying and asking, is there a benefit to the mainstream media and the government doing this? Is there something that they get out of doing this, out of separating us and dividing us? And I believe there is. History has shown it time and time again. The messages are clear. The benefits are clear. Ratings go up. Markets move. Riots are incited. Our economy is a mess right now, and we are just struggling with so much, especially with the virus and with everything going on lately. We need to be human beings. We need to consider the veterans. We need to consider small businesses. We need to consider each other. We need to sort of stop drawing these dividing lines between each other and just sort of bring down those barriers, because we are not each other's enemies. Those who divide us are the enemies. And if you don't see that the mainstream media and the government enjoys these things and reaps benefits of these things, then you aren't thinking and you aren't looking.
Fight, try to brainwash us, but we won't let freedom die. The whole world's brainwashed. Everybody pick a team, start a riot in the street. The whole world's brainwashed. It's not against them, but ain't you against me.
Woo! Oh yeah. Wow, great job, Nova. Great job, Tom. Great job, everyone else involved in this. Tom just does it again. Wow. Time after time, he provides not only powerful, resonating, but also relevant messages in his music. And I think that this one is a little less divisive in the sense that this is sort of a unity song. It's sort of a way of saying to just ignore everything that they are virtue signaling right now, ignore everything that you are feeling divided on by now, because we are all here, we are all humans, and here in the United States, we are all Americans. And we deserve to treat each other with more humanity, with more respect, and ourselves with more humanity and humility as well. If you feel caught up in a lot of things that you're hearing on the news, if you're hearing from your college professors, and you just feel like you're in a sort of a hysteric, just sort of feeling like the world is out to get you. It's not your neighbors. It's something more sinister and something more hidden. And the information and the proof is all there. You just need to listen and look, observe. So that was awesome. Thanks, Tom, for everything that you do. Thanks for all your hard work. Despite the criticism that you receive when you put out messages like this, I think that it's going to really resolve itself. I think that the world and right-minded people, thinking people, they won't be able to help but to realize the hypocrisy that is in a lot of these arguments and these divisions. I think a lot of these terms like being woke and being feminist and being a racist, and a lot of these things have just become convoluted. In our language, we rely on the utility of using it as a tool to facilitate communication between each other. And I think that when we lose the meanings of these words, they lose their power, and they have lost their power. And we need to reinstate the integrity of our language. We need to stop using words so loosely, just throwing around labels, throwing around titles, calling everyone racist, calling everyone transphobe, calling everyone this and that. All that that's done is, in the process, it's just watered down and, like I said, convoluted its meanings until it doesn't have the power that you think it does anymore. Be intentional in what you say. Stop using cop-outs. Stop using easy terms just to sort of chastise or exile someone from the conversation to stop conversation. I think a lot of people need to see this video because maybe it will actually wake them up to the realities of what is going on around us. So what did you think about the video? What did you think about the lyrics? Make sure to leave your comments down below, and if you enjoyed this video today, make sure to subscribe to my channel for more videos like this. Thanks again for watching, and we'll catch you next time.